All right, give me one sec here. Let me see if I got my headset even on. Oh, perfect. All right, give me one sec. For some reason, the PS1, PS1, PS4 screen doesn't want to show up here. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so that's under remote play. Okay. Bum. You're gonna come in? Come on. What is going on here? Give me one sec. I gotta restart OBS. I'm not gonna end the stream. I'm just gonna restart it. So, um, yay! All right, I got it working. Okay, there we go. So let's start this game up, yeah? Alright, let me see. What are you showing me, YouTube? Yay! Perfection. Sweetness is a breeze, as Jay would say. Unfortunately, it ended up putting my PlayStation thing over my little dude here. So he's just going to be peeking at you. All creepy like. Alright. Wait. Come on. Why am I not seeing nothing?
Hola, mijo. I wanted to tell you, my favorite food truck will be at the rally tonight. Look out for a logo with a giant gyro.
Okay, thanks for the tip. Oh, Mom, I wanted to ask. Since you know everything
There it
going on
goes.
in Harlem
Okay,
right
good.
now,
Finally. Perfect.
have you heard of the Underground?
Yes. They've been vandalizing Roxxon property. And I think they've been recruiting kids around the neighborhood. Why? They didn't try to get you involved in their mess, did they?
Is my...
No. Uncle Aaron told me about him. Oh yeah. I ran into him at the subway stop by our house. Did you know he's working there?
No.
I really hope what's
know
happening
I
is
don't
not
want
what I
you
think is
around.
happening.
But you and Dad never told me why I wasn't allowed to see him anymore. He used to come by our place all the
Yeah.
time.
Alright,
That's
let's
for
see here.
Aaron to explain. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, what the
Sorry,
hell's going on?
we're still setting up.
It's all good. Go save the world, Mom. One vote at a time.
Have I ever told you you're my favorite son?
I've got steep competition. Love you. Bye.
Okay. We're gonna have to do something here. Oh, man. I have... Alright, we'll start by doing this. I have no idea what is going on here. Working the whole time. The moment I'm like, let's go live, it's like, no, sorry, you don't get to. Alright, let me see here. Let me see if I can kick the... Well, alright, so it's showing it happening on here and on my OBS. So it should be showing it on YouTube as well, is the hope and the dream. what are you doing? Is that what's happening? Is my PS4 being stupid? Sorry, guys. Alright, let's cancel this out. Close this, and we'll just start from scratch on it. Give it a sec to reboot itself. Alright. I shall hopefully find it. If not, I have to go downstairs and kick the system. You shouldn't have to search via the internet. It should be right there. My power went out recently, and I think that's part of what's going on, is it's being a little stupid. I had it up and running earlier, and I was actually running around in Resident Evil 3 trying to kill Nemesis on Nightmare mode. The final Nemesis, and he kept smashing me into the ground. Alright, give me 1 sec. I'm going to go pop the system on manually, and then we'll try again. 1 sec, guys. We'll see if this worked. If not, I have another plan we can go with. We'll play a different game, different system. We'll see what happens. Okay. Alright, PS4, you're stupid today. Alright, so we'll just put the controller to the side. Grab this. My 8 billion foot long cord. Whole different controller, whole different system. Let's see here. Let me do one thing real quick. Okay. Now I know this system will play, but I can't promise there'll be sound. So, let's see here. Where is... Well, color me stupid. I forgot to add the headset into my. Uh, God damn it! I usually don't stream with the Switch, so like I have it set up so that I can capture footage and all that kind of stuff if I want to. But because I don't really plan to stream it, I didn't have it set up with like the headset and the cam and all that kind of stuff. So I've been chatting at you guys all about fun trivia and memories about Pokemon and all this kind of stuff, and you guys haven't heard me say a fucking thing. I apologize. God damn it. Oh shit. Oh man. I've explained. Oh Jesus Christ. So, um, let me start over with some of the stuff I've explained to you guys again, just so you kind of know what's going on. Jesus. I'm so sorry, guys. So the reason why you don't hear sound from my Switch is because the HDMI cable that I use to port footage over from my Switch itself, from the dock, to my tower, sometimes knocks out the sound. I thought I had it like a thing for it showed up in my list of available devices for sound, but it doesn't always work. I know how to get it to work, but it involves turning off the tower, unplugging a couple things, plugging them back in after you turn on the tower, all that kind of stuff. So, that's why there's no sound for the Switch. There's actually a reason for that. The reason why there was no sound for me is because I'm a moron and made sure to turn on my camera, which actually does have a mic that I muted so that I didn't have double speak going on, and then never turned on my headset. I've been sitting here giving you guys like all this little trivia and facts about Pokemon and memories about the games and talking about, like all this stuff and talking to myself and the dog. And that's it. You guys been watching me be all animated on the camera like, yeah, run it up, point like, look, right? Oh, Jesus. I apologize if you heard me drink that. That was actually really loud even in my own ears. So, I actually did invite anyone who has the Switch and this game who's watching, if you want to play. You're more than welcome to join in. Just, let me know in the side chat if you want to join in. I do have, like I said, I got my buddy Leroy. He's been, joining me in the dens. It's always a little more interesting to have a couple extra players that way. And, yeah, do-over. Big do-over. We're definitely doing a do-over. Can I call Mulligan? Can I get a penalty stroke? Like, how do we do this one? Okay, so if you guys want to play and you're available to, just let me know. I pretty much use the same code over and over and over again. If it's going to change, you'll know. But yeah, so let's see, Grass Steel. So this is, oh man, what is his name? I don't remember. I know he's the evolution of Pineco, I want to say. It is a Grass and Steel, so it is quad weak to fire. So, anyways. Let me start over some stuff here. So I've been playing Pokemon since Red, Blue, and Yellow came out. I've been playing it since 1996, roughly. Pokemon was one of the very first games I ever bought for myself with money I had been earning. I was working at the high school at the time in the auditorium, and yeah, it was like I bought a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Yellow at the pawn shop. I didn't buy them brand new. I couldn't afford them brand new. You know, I was, a teenager kind of deal. 1996, I would have been what? Like 14 maybe? 14, 15 in there. Um, and Pokemon had just started getting big. It was coming out on TV. They had the cards popping up and all that kind of stuff, right? And I remember Ferrothorn, okay. And I remember wanting to play the game because I saw a commercial for it, and I heard people talking about it, right? None of my friends wanted to play it. It was a kid's game, whatever, that kind of stuff. Normal high school guy stuff. All right. I will let Leroy Gigantamax on this one again, mostly because he probably has a couple of special moves that'll work okay against Ferrothorn, it being Grass and Steel, but physical moves won't work too well. So it's better for Eevee to get the. Oh no, I screwed up. I'm sorry. I meant to let Eevee do this Gigantamax and talking and just doing like I normally would do. I meant to let Eevee have this because physical moves won't work too well on him doing it due to him being a steel type, and a lot of times physical moves just don't hit steel types very well, and he has the ability iron barbs or whatever, which it means if you hit him with a physical type attack, you're actually going to take some damage too. It's kind of like Sharpedo's rough skin. Anyways, back to the story for the second time. Third time if I count the time that you guys didn't hear me. So I played on my own. I did buy myself a action replay because I had to have 151, and I didn't want to buy another Game Boy so I could trade with myself because that's kind of sad sometimes. Is Eevee part fairy now? No, because that would have been super effective. It's just Eevee got slapped. That's all. So, I did have all 151 in the first three games via cheating, in a sense. Even though I don't remember if there was an easy way to get Mew in the U.S. I don't think there was any Mew release thing in the U.S. that I can recall offhand for the first games. All kinds of rumors, though. Get Move the Truck by the SSN and all that kind of stuff. A lot of those playground rumors. You go there. And so I played that, and then Gold, Silver, Crystal came out. I never owned Crystal until much later when I emulated it, and I remember enjoying those games. I remember really liking the fact that Crystal added so much new story element in. And that's what I kind of started to look forward to when they would do like the two games, because you knew a third one might come out, and the third one would have like all this new story stuff. And I always wanted to play the first two games anyways, and then I'd borrow or emulate the third game just to see what was different. So, but yeah, ages I played these games. I don't remember which game the shinies started to appear in. I do remember though running into a shiny for the first time. Now, if you're not too hip on Pokemon lingo, shiny Pokemon are any Pokemon that have a different color scheme than what would be normal. And usually they also have like a sparkle effect that appears when they first show up. So, for instance, Charizard, his shiny coloration instead of being orange is black. So he becomes like a black dragon. So stuff like that. So the very first time I ever saw a shiny, I actually thought my game was glitching. I ran into a Golbat, who was an evolution of one of the really common Pokemon, a bat Pokemon. And this Pokemon, Golbat, first off had a, I think, 10% chance of appearing where I was at. And, didn't mean to lose. Please catch this thing. Anyways, if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's just a Pokemon game. I meant to use an Ultra Ball. Lure balls, you can only get one easily in the game, and then you have to really work to get the rest, but whatever. Anyways, so I run into this 10% Pokemon, so that's exciting, first off, because I didn't know they were in there. At the time, going online and looking stuff up was still not something you normally did, right? So I saw it, and then I worried because sparkle effect happens on screen. Cool, Ferrothorn. Sparkle effect happens on screen, and the gold bat was an off coloration. I believe it was green instead of like a purplish blue. And yeah, so I was worried that the game was glitched, and so I knocked it out straight away. I used the strongest attack I had that it was weak to, which was I think at the time Thunderbolt, and I knocked it out. Only to find out later that shinies were a thing. Now, the reason why that is one of those things where you're like, oh, right? 10% chance for the Pokemon to show up. And a shiny Pokemon at the time had a 1 in 8,346 chance of showing up. And it wasn't just so if you find, 8,000 some odd of these Pokemon, you're sure to get a shiny. No. Each Pokemon, the odds are different in this game. I think it's actually easier to get shinies in this game than it used to be. But each Pokemon, anytime you run into it, has the odds of 1 in 8,436. So, found a great ball, perfect. So it's not like, I'll eventually run into one anyways. No, it's, hey, that Golbat was a 10%er at that, and so I just have to no. Each Golbat has a 1 in 8,000. So I knocked it out. First time I ever saw one. Oh man, I giggle about it to this day. I actually have a lot more shinies now because I will sit there and get in the mood and just start breeding them. Hatching eggs and all that kind of stuff. And there are charms you can get in this game. You can get the egg charm, which causes your Pokemon to produce eggs quicker for breeding. And you can get the shiny charm, which reduces the odds like 1 in 4,000, something like that. Like a much, much better odds overall of getting a shiny in this game. Lilligant. So, I explained the stars that are on that screen one of the first times that I did this. Those stars determine the difficulty level of the den you're about to jump in. 3 stars is a relatively easy den. 4 stars is going to be a little bit harder. 5 stars is the most difficult den you can come across. And 3 stars usually means that the Pokemon isn't going to be too difficult. Their health's not going to be too high. And they usually only pop one of those defense shields you guys see that have like the bars underneath. You have to hit the shield so many times for it to break. This is a plant. I kind of don't want to use Charizard. I've been using Charizard a bit. So let's go ahead and use... We'll use a plant. But yeah, so the stars determine how many times they'll pop a shield. 3 stars is usually 1, 4 stars is 2, 5 stars is usually 3. Determines how much health, defense, and all that kind of stuff they have, and also determines some of its effort values and its individual values. These effort values and individual values deal with the particular stats a Pokemon has. How fast a move might go up and down, because some moves can actually decrease in, well, not decrease in value, but decrease the speed that they'll go up. So the more effort values you have in a certain area, the more points you're likely to get upon each evolution, or not evolution, each level up. Right? So it'll determine which, how many stats might have really good effort values and how many stats will have individual values. We're going to just go ahead and we'll use Takedown. We'll let Eevee Gigantamax this time again. So, individual values are usually the base stat that your move might have. So, a base stat might be something like at level 1, this Pokemon might have a 30 attack. And that might be the highest base stat it can have in that point. And that's what an individual value is, if I remember correctly. I might have them mixed up, whatever. I'm not a competitive player, so those don't really act as something I really keep a close eye on. The stars, though, will determine usually how many of those stats are going to have the best individual and effort values. So a 3-star den, the Pokemon will probably have 3 stats that are at their max value. 4 stars will probably be 4. 5 stars is usually 5. You can sometimes get in these dens a little less or a little more of these values at max potential. So at a 5-star den, you might get all 6 stats that are available at max potential. Usually, you have to breed to do that. There's ways to do it. This game actually made competitive fighting very much something that anyone could get into, because there are certain programs you can load into, like your Pokedex. After you beat the game, they give you a special program that lets you look at the basically look at your individual values and say, oh yeah, this one's max, this is good, this one's poor, this one, that kind of stuff. So yeah, so there's that. So this game made it very much made it very easy to get involved with stuff like competitive play, which I think is cool. They have a lot of new items in this game to make it easier, that let you switch out what stat might be the stat that grows the slowest, and which one might be the one that grows the fastest. With the special mints that you can purchase with your battle points after you beat the game by going through the battle tower. You can do stuff like get bottle caps that help with this as well. Anyways, so this leads me to what these stats represent. Of course, you have your HP, which is your health. The more health you have, the harder it is for you to die, because it takes more, time for you to lose that health. You have speed. Speed usually determines how quickly your Pokemon will move compared to other Pokemon. It might also determine whether or not moves will miss more coming at you or being used. So you might have a move that has a 15% chance of hitting, but your speed stat might be high enough that 15% chance happens more frequently. It sounds weird to say it that way, but that's just kind of how it works. Whereas if your stats are high enough, moves that have, that 95% chance of missing might get that 5% more often than not. You have attack values, which determine your attack, but it's a specific kind of attack that it determines. It determines your physical attack value. So moves like what I've been using here, I think I'm using Takedown, if I remember correctly. I can't recall offhand. Takedown is a physical type move, because it is me bum rushing the Pokemon. You have moves like what Leroy there just used, which was the Starfall. And Starfall, I believe, is a special attack and not an attack. Special attacks are determined by moves that are considered to be non-physical, like fireballs, or like psychic attacks might be a special attack depending on how it works. Now, special attacks also generally have a secondary function that they might do. A special attack might cause you to burn a Pokemon, paralyze a Pokemon, maybe confuse a Pokemon. Now, that doesn't mean physical moves don't do that, right? Because you can have a physical move called Thunder Punch, where basically you wrap your fist up in electricity. So it is considered a physical move because you're still punching the Pokemon, but it has a special attack status of possibly causing paralysis. There we go. And then you also have your defense values that are attached to that as well. You have your special defense, which determines how much damage you're going to take from special attacks. And you have your regular defense, which will determine how much damage you'll take from a physical attack. Now, some Pokemon generally do very well where special attacks and special defense is concerned, and others might do better where physical attack and physical defense is concerned. I like that Pokemon. Vespa Queen. And then there's its bunch of Combees. So, you when you're doing competitive, you really have to consider what Pokemon you're using, how you're raising them, all that kind of stuff. And that's part of why I don't get into it too much, because I honestly just like to raise whatever Pokemon I like to play with. At the moment, I have most of my Pokemon in my Pokemon home, and I just have some out that are good for den raiding, because that's what I've been mostly doing. I've beaten this game a couple of times. This is actually my third or fourth time playing through this game. Third time playing through this game. And so I haven't beaten it again yet. I've got all the badges, which, let me see here. Let me go into my league card. And you can see in the corner just by my head here, right here, that's your gym badge in this game. The gym badges are actually a cool little medallion that you kind of fill in, which is cool. I haven't... Hey, look, it's Leroy. I haven't finished this game yet. I haven't beaten the Elite Four kind of deal, which isn't the Elite Four in this game. It's a... Is it Red Robin is the term I'm looking for? It's a league challenge, like, March Madness kind of deal. That's a better terminology. So you have your brackets. It's a bracket challenge. There we go. Another Cherum. I hate Cherums. I have like 5 already. So it's a very different, very similar and very different. I'm going to go ahead and fight others before I change out my Pokemon. To the older games, in that you do have the gyms and you have to challenge the other trainers, all that kind of stuff. But you also have challenges within the gyms. Let's go ahead and... If he didn't have a water typing, I would use that. Or is it just straight ice? Let me see here. Are you straight ice? Water ice? No. And poisoned. Yep, you get to stay in the box for now. Oh, you know what? I think he is rock fire, so we won't use you. What level are you? We'll use this one. Why not? So, what was I say? So yeah, you can complete the challenge. You face other gym trainers and all that during your challenge, and then you face the gym leader on like a soccer pitch, basically. Which was a nice change. It was nice to have these little challenges. They're simple, easy challenges. This game is not that difficult. Most Pokemon games really aren't that difficult if you take the time to, raise your Pokemon up and all that kind of stuff so you're ready to go. If you choose the right... So never be disappointed when a game that's kind of like this is a little bit simple. It's got a pretty tried and true formula. You catch a guy, you decide whether you're going to use it or not, and you raise it up to beat up other people's Pokemon. Pretty tried and true. You can teach it good moves, all that kind of stuff. You just have to be prepared, have the potions, all that kind of, all that usual stuff, all that usual garbage. So, I don't think people should be disappointed in something like this when they're like, oh, it's so easy. Well, it's a game. It's not a challenging game, it's just a game. Uh-oh. Might not be getting Leroy on this one. We'll hold out for a little bit and see what happens here. And while we're holding out, where is my... There it is. Bottle opener. The first one I had today, I had what's called Triple. It's a Belgian beer. Very nice, very smooth and sweet. Now I'm drinking something dark. Dirty Bastard. It's still a little, it's like a bourbon beer. But it's a nice dark beer. Oh, it doesn't look like we're going to have Leroy on this one. No Leroy, sorry. Alright. The battles, oh, no one participated, so I'm all by myself. Alright, let me go ahead and retry this one. I didn't realize that if you don't have people join, it just cancels it. Interesting. I learned a new thing. Go ahead and invite others. I'll try this again. Ooh, I'll use this guy. We'll use the giant ice cream cone. We'll see if Leroy sees this one. For some reason, my thing pops in and out for this. Like, it's actually been very steady on letting us find other people. Mostly because I'm the only person online. Ah, no one else is in the house. I win. Isn't that right, puppy? So, let me see here. Let me let him know to try again. But yeah. The little changes that they made in this game were mostly just in the challenges in the gym and how it works. And let me think. A lot of people were not happy that this game was easy, right, compared to what they thought it should be. I had no problem with it. A lot of people have a problem with the fact that you don't have all 840 some odd Pokemon, I want to say. Yeah, I think 846 maybe, something like that. It's a ridiculously large number. Doesn't bother me. I still have, a good 300, 400 Pokemon to choose from, and I don't use them all anyways, right? Perfect, there he is. Yay! So it doesn't bother me that all my favorites aren't able to come in and play the game, right? You don't have a national dex. Whatever. Not gonna kill me. Some of the complaints about graphics and all that kind of stuff, I can kind of see, right? But at the same time, I think in the end, it's okay to have a critique of the game and to wish that things were a little bit different, right? You never want to just settle for something, in a sense. And it's fine to have a critique of the game. I would like my main critique is I wish that the graphics were a little bit better, or that the whole game worked more like the wild area, which is where we're at now. I would have loved that. I would have loved a more open world feel Pokemon game. Does that detract from how much fun I have playing this game? No, not at all. And I sometimes feel that that's what happens is people decide to let their critique of a game ruin their ability to enjoy the game. It'd be one thing if the game was just utter crap. And if you feel this game is utter crap, that's cool. You don't have to like the game. I'm not saying you have to like it. What I am saying, though, is that we're going to have one heck of a giant ice cream cone. No. What I am saying is that you shouldn't let your desire for a game to be better disable you from enjoying how the game plays. Hey, Busy. How you doing, man? So, I guess that's my thing. Like, if you enjoy the game, enjoy it. You can have your complaints about it, but don't let your complaints be the thing that decides whether or not you actually enjoy the game. If you start off enjoying it. Unless you really just don't like the game. That's the only way I can explain it. I enjoy the game. Like I said, I wish some of the things were a little bit different, but I still enjoy this game, and I enjoy it for what it does and what it is. Now, I do have some money-grubbing complaints about Nintendo on this, though. Because you can't cart all your Pokemon over to this game, in order to play with your older Pokemon that you've trained and caught and all that kind of stuff in all the years, they had what was called Pokemon Bank. Pokemon Bank lets you take your Pokemon, store them on a system, and then transfer them to the next game. And now you have what's called Pokemon Home. Well, the problem I have with Pokemon Home isn't that you have to pay for it, whatever. I wish it was a free service, but nothing in the world is free. My problem with Pokemon Home is if you, for whatever reason, can't pay for the subscription for Pokemon Home, and you have, let's say, for instance, nearly 1,600 Pokemon on there, you can only access the last 30 Pokemon that were put in the system, and all the other Pokemon are being held hostage until you can pay the hostage fees. I don't enjoy that. I think that's stupid. I think they should let you kind of get to whatever Pokemon are in there, but not let you put any extra Pokemon in there. And if you pull them out, that's it. They can't get back in until you pay for it again. It's kind of I kind of feel a way about the fact that they do not let you port all your Pokemon over into this new game. But if you use their system, and for whatever reason you can't pay for it at some point with your subscription is running out, they hold your stuff hostage. And it's probably somewhere in the contract that you have to probably agree to, like, hey, I'm okay if Pokemon get kept from me because whatever. But at the same time, it's kind of bunk. That's my complaint about Pokemon Home. I love Pokemon Home though. They've it's a cloud-based storage system. I don't have to, it's easy to transfer Pokemon back and forth. They've let me do some really cool things. They have some of the cool features that I used to love in the DS and 3DS games, like the global trade system from way back in Black, White, and all that kind of stuff. I love that global trade system where I wish they would kind of bring that back, where you had the globe and it would say, oh, you got Pokemon from this area and Pokemon from here. It was really cool to look on the globe and see, like, oh, I got Pokemon from this region of France, and I got Pokemon from, I think one of my Pokemon came all the way from, like, Korea and stuff like. It was really cool. So some of that stuff, I understand, times change, whatever. Some of that stuff I wish they had kept. Like I said, I enjoy the game, and even though I might have, like, oh, I wish they had kept this because I really enjoyed that feature, I'm not going to hate the game because they didn't keep a feature. Or they changed a feature. Or animations are similar. All that kind of stuff. Alright. Let's see here. Where are we going now? Alright, we're going to the second area of the wild area because we hit all the dens that are open here. I really do wish I had a little bit of a cooler outfit though. Definitely the big dork on the bike in this outfit. The online features for this game are kind of cool. They don't have as awesome a online multiplayer, basically, as games that are just centered around that. It kind of, it's not tacked on, even though it kind of feels it. It's weird. It doesn't feel tacked on, but it does at the same time. So, for the online portion of this, like, you can see a bunch of other players, and it can actually cause your game to lag a little bit, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's still really cool. It's still a really cool feature. I wish they had more open world. Wishes were fishes. It'd be awesome to see a multiplayer online version of this game. I don't know how they would pull it off, but that would be awesome to see. It'd be like Final Fantasy Online on crack with summons. Whoa, watch out. Being able to be used outside of battle, just summon them, and because that's what people would want. Have a pet follow them around. They did bring the Pokemon following feature back for the DLC. There are 2 DLCs available for this game: the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor. And at some point during the game, in those sections, you can have your Pokemon that is in the lead follow around behind you, depending on what Pokemon it is. You can't have something like Wailord follow behind you, I don't believe. Even though in the Isle of Armor, if you look out at sea on a certain day of the week, I saw the light. Is it? No, it's not from over there. Oh, it's over here. If you look out on the ocean on a certain day of the week, you will see a Wailmer just kind of chilling in the water. It's really cool. Unfortunately, you only see it once. If you beat it and catch it, or if it beats you, it will disappear. Araqua, like with aqua in it. Arachnids with aqua word in it. Aquanids, I think it is. There we go. Lilligant. So, the reason why we're seeing a lot of the same Pokemon in these dens isn't because it's only these Pokemon in the dens. It's actually because, let me put in the code here. Actually, because the wild area that we're in, Sometimes they'll hold wild area events. And until 7 p.m. Eastern today, the 28th, the event that's kind of going on is you see grass types more often in celebration of spring. So the other thing that'll happen is let me go ahead and invite people. So that is happening is you see grass types a little more often. And the other thing that's happening is you have a higher chance of seeing this Pokemon, Lilligant, in the 5-star dens as being a shiny. So, level 50. Well, why not? We'll use this. We'll use a Hatterene. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at my phone while I wait for this game to start up here real quick. Just because my daughter is out of the house, so anytime it buzzes once in a certain way, I might be getting a text, and I just want to make sure it's not from her. Parent woes, right? Now, I do have, for the Switch, I do have Animal Crossing. If anyone has Animal Crossing, maybe we'll play that on here one day together. I actually wouldn't mind doing Sundays where I play games with you guys on my Switch or PlayStation if we have similar games. I've mostly just been playing games that I want to show off and play and have fun with. But I don't mind doing something like this. Like I said, unfortunately, if we are playing games on my Switch, the sound is going to be hit or miss with the Switch itself. So, if we end up having a day where everyone's like, "Oh, let's play Mario Kart," we'll pull up Mario Kart. We can all race each other online while I stream. I don't use Lilligant very much, but I very much like the evolution line of Lilligant. Like it starts off as like a little berry, I think, if I remember correctly. But Lilligant, I think, is kind of cool. So this is the Gigantamax version of Hatterene. Not all Pokemon have a Gigantamax version. Let me see if I can recall them all mentally here. Let's see. There is Corviknight, who's a Steel-type bird. There is Colossus. There's Charizard, Gengar, Hatterene, Eevee, Pikachu, Meowth, Machamp, Lapras, Melmetal, Toxicity, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. The 3 starters from this game, an emo crying gecko, like a water gecko. I can't remember its name. There's the bunny, and there's the gorilla. There's more. I know there's more. There is Alcremie, who I don't have it out. I don't have the Gigantamax version of Alcremie available to this game because it's in my Pokemon Home. But I do have a version of Alcremie in here though because it is an adorably cute whipped cream Pokemon, and who doesn't like whipped cream Pokemon? Ooh, I have a fire attack. So I do have that. Let's see. I know there's more. There has to be more. There's the bird, the rock, the fighter, the ghost, the Lapras. 6 starters. The fairy type, Eevee, Pikachu, Meowth. Butterfree. Oh, one more for sure is the one that's based off like a little gremlin or an imp. That's another one. There might be more, but I don't think I got them all, but that's what I recall. Oh man, stretch real quick. That's better. So when you're in the dens and you're playing with the the AI characters. I hope that you never get Solrock. Even though people might make fun of Magikarp, Solrock is the worst partner to be teamed up with in this game because it has terrible stats, and the only move that it ever uses is Rock Polish, which just raises some of its stats. That's it. The Magikarp has, I think, Hydro Pump in this game. Much better move to have, even for a lowly Magikarp. So I'd much rather see a Magikarp than Solrock. So the Pokemon I'm using here, the Hatterene, is an interesting Pokemon. It has some interesting entries in the Pokedex. Basically, it will beat up people who give off bad vibes because its psychic powers are so attuned to stuff like that. So if you had bad vibes, it's going to come and beat you down. Well, if you had a Switch torn, you could be playing with me and Leroy right now. That'll teach you to not have one. How you doing, Torn? Are you still doing your live later tonight? Because I know you said you might have some issues going on that might prevent it, but I know that you've been trying to do a live off and on Sunday. So you still plan to do yours? Uh-oh. Who got critical hitted? Me? Oh, it was me. Damn. Am I gonna I'm gonna cost us the game! Yes! That'll teach me to go in with a Pokemon I just want to use just to use. Alright, let's go ahead and switch Pokemon out. What level are you? Usagi is level 50. That's not the actual rabbit's name. I'd started naming some of my Pokemon like that's Usagi. I have Fleet, because he's fleet of foot. We got Pharaoh, because I thought it turned into an Iron Grass type for some reason. And I don't believe it does. Let's see what else we got here. We got... where is it at? Alcremie, who's named Emily from Emulsion, because I think that's funny. Who else did I use? Did I name this Pikachu? No. I thought I used somebody else, but I can't remember. Anyways, I need Vengeance, so we'll use Charizard and go after it. But yeah, if I ever decide to name my Pokemon, I usually actually spend a lot of time considering what names I'm going to give them. The last time I played Pokemon Shield, which is actually my daughter's Pokemon game, I got that for her. I played it just to kind of... There's 2 different gyms that are only available in each game. So, like, in Pokemon Sword, you have the Karate Girl, and you have a Earth Gym, basically. And in Pokemon Shield, the Karate Girl is replaced by the Spooky Ghost Boy, and the Earth Gym is actually replaced by that guy's mom, who is the Ice Gym leader. I can't remember her name, though. But people were crushing on her, too, online. Kind of like how they're doing to the... Lady Dimitrescu from the new Resident Evil game. People are asking for her to step on him and all that kind of, like, weird shit. Anyways. So, but yeah, whenever I play a game and I decide to name my Pokemon, I will sit there and really consider what names I'm giving to the Pokemon. So in Pokemon Shield, I decided to play with an all dragon team, and I took about 2 weeks to breed out shiny dragon types. So it was an all shiny dragon team, and I used names of dragons from classical mythology. So like Stormworm, which is the stormworm from Gaelic mythology, I think. I named one of them after the dragon that guards the apples in the golden apple tree. I named one of them after that dragon. And it was in this game they have a line of Pokemon that are apples, and it's also a dragon. So the first Pokemon is Applin, and it's literally just an apple with eyes, basically, and it's the Pokemon itself is actually inside the apple, and it lives in the apple to protect itself. And it has two different evolution lines. It has one where the Pokemon's kind of broken out of the apple a little bit, and it looks a lot more like a dragon, but like the apple is its wings. And the other evolution is basically based off an apple turnover or an apple pie. So it's like a kind of squat, earthbound looking dragon with like an apple pie crust on its back. So that's why I named it after the guardian of the apple tree in Greek mythology. So that's I think I named one of them. Gosh, I can't remember. But yeah, so I named all the Pokemon that I had in that team after mythological dragons. So I take time to really think about like, well, emulsions, our cooking technique, and all that. Like, it doesn't really have anything to do with whipped cream usually. I don't believe. I think is whipped cream a type of emulsion? It might be. I can't remember. That might be the reason why I named Emily after emulsion. I can't remember right now offhand. So, but yeah. So I named my Pokemon for stupid reasons, but really thought out stupid reasons. Like Hitmonlee, pardon me, who's the kicking fighting the Pokemon who's based off kicking attacks, who's based off of Bruce Lee. I named him Fleet because that's what you say about somebody who has quick feet, that they're fleet of foot. And I thought it was hilarious. So, welcome to how my mind works. My mind works in stupid, stupid ways. But yeah, I think I got off topic on my own here about the dens. So yeah, so the event is plant type Pokemon for spring, and Lilligant has a higher chance of being a shiny in the dens. So every time I see it, I keep going, ooh, maybe. No, it usually isn't. I haven't seen one yet. I actually haven't seen any Pokemon that are shiny in the dens. Though I have run into two playing this game before I restarted it. In the wild who are shiny. I have a shiny Bravery, which is a giant bald eagle, basically, and its shiny colors are actually red, white, and blue, like the American flag, since it is an American Pokemon. It was introduced in the game that's supposed to take place in New York, I want to say, like in the New York region. So it was based on the American national bird. I think that was kind of cool. It's actually a very cool Pokemon. Now, speaking of based on regions, most Pokemon games actually do take place in Japan. The first game takes place in the Kanto region, then the Johto region, all that kind of stuff. But as time has gone on, the Pokemon games have actually branched out to take place in areas that are based on other regions in the world besides Japan. So you have the X and Y games, and those are based off of Paris. You have Black and White 2, those are based off New York. You have the Alola games, and those are based off like Hawaii. That's Sun and Moon. And then you have games like this one here, Sword and Shield, are actually based off of England. And if you take the map of Sword and Shield and you flip it upside down, it's basically England. So the I should pull out the map after this. But basically, the map for Sword and Shield is an upside down map of England. Da 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 da. Things you know. So, all kinds of stupid facts I have in my head at times. Yeah, I've always been interested in the fact that they do these things. When they were planning the game that takes place in New York, they actually did visit the Nintendo of America offices in New York to kind of just get a feel for how the city of New York feels. And that's actually a really cool thing that they try to um, bring over in the gameplay itself, and how being in New York made them feel like big city feel kind of deal. Even though they actually have similar cities, I'm sure, in Japan with a lot of the more centralized and more commercialized districts. But the way that people might act culturally might be different. I can see people in New York being a little louder, a little more um, boisterous, maybe, than I imagine people might be somewhere in Japan, even though there might be a lot more people in a small area. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use a luxury bowl. Let me make sure that wasn't my daughter texting just now. It was not. Okay. I'll have to remember to mute my mic when I go to drink. I just saw the level spike. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry about that. They introduced a cool feature in the Pokemon Home app, though, and the Pokemon Home program. So you can store 30 Pokemon in there at a time for free. It is a free service up to a point, which is why they let you access your last 30 Pokemon. They do have a search feature and all that kind of stuff, and one of the search features they added is to let you search for Pokemon by the type of Pokeball it's in. So if you want to breed a Pokemon with a certain specific Pokeball and you know you have it, you can look for it quick and easy. I want to see something real quick before we go to the next den. So there is an area over here where you can pick up a lot of evolution stones. I don't know if I have a wish rock. If I do, I'll just throw it in this den up here. Got an item over here. Not interested too much. But the other thing that happens over here where you have a lot of the wish stones is you can run into EV evolution. So if you have Sword and Shield and you have a bike that runs on water, right now, Sunday, in my game at least, is Vaporeon. You can find Charmander in here. It is a very rare chance, but Charmander is in here. I don't have any wish stones, so I can't do anything with it. You can sometimes find, depending on the weather situation, you can sometimes find Gyarados in this water, or even one of my favorite Pokemon, which is Melodic, which is kind of like a sea serpenty looking Pokemon. But with it raining, I guess you're just going to mostly see the little Mantikes. Rhyhorn. Not Vanillux, that's the... So this is Bravery right here. This is the bird that's based off the bald eagle. Its shiny colors, like I said, are based more on the American flag with more of a red, white, and blue color scheme. Sunstone. Cubchoo and Sneasel. Sneasel will chase you down and fight you. Cubchoo will chase you down and stare at you. Hey, look, it's Vanillux. This is the ice Pokemon. That is an evolution of that ice cream cone. It's I have him in here. Where's he at? Somewhere. I got a lot of Pokemon because I was doing trades, so I got a lot of traded Pokemon sitting there. Got a Darumaka. This is a Darumaka here. That is an ice version, but Darumaka is actually based off of a doll that you get around New Year's. Let me go ahead and add the code in Japan, and it's originally a 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. So Darumaka is originally a fire type Pokemon. It is a ice type in this game, but it is based off of a very similar named doll slash I don't know if it's the actual name of the tradition itself in Japan that they do around New Year's at some of the temples. And you keep this doll for the whole year, and then you bring it back to the temple where you got it, and they burn it for you, and it's supposed to help increase your luck for the new year, or because it's supposed to like suck up some of your bad luck, I guess, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've looked up the reason why they do this tradition, so if I'm wrong, I apologize. But it is based off that, which I think is a cool little nod. We're going to see Meowth now. Cool. I'll have to let Meowth supersize for sure. This is the... So this Meowth, I don't know if you can still get it easily. I think you can probably transfer a Kanto version Meowth, because Meowth actually has 3 different versions. We have the Kanto one. There's the one that's from Alola, which is a dark type, and you have the one that's in this game, which is a steel type. It's based... So you have Meowth, you have like the dark type, which is based more off of like a spoiled cat that's gone kind of feral. And then you have the cat in this game that's based off of Vikings. They're all Meowth. They're all just different ways that evolution has changed for Meowth depending on the region that it grew up in of the world. So I think that's kind of a cool thing they did too. So this is the Cantonian Meowth, is what it's called. And it is the very much domesticated version of a cat, is what it's supposed to be. Go ahead and pause real quick so I can have a drink. Back, and you didn't hear me drink this time. Haha, I win. Why is it getting desperate when only that much? So 5 stars, so it'll have 3 to 4 shields that'll pop up with 4 hit points apiece. Regular Pokemon take 1 bar off that shield counter, and a good night, Meowth. And a Gigantamax or Dynamax Pokemon will have 2. We'll take 2 off that counter up there that has the 4 bars up at the top. That's right, you better cheer, Leroy. Oh, he's wearing a Shuckle shirt. It's great. I'm wearing a Dreepy shirt, actually. I think I'm wearing the Smog shirt, which has a cityscape with like a Dreepy and a coffee and stuff on it. Then I got stars for eyes because I thought that was hilarious, and it makes me giggle. We might be jumping out of this den a lot quicker than I imagined because everyone's getting their butt kicked. So a lot of the Pokemon that I use for dens, especially after I go ahead and finish up the gyms, even before I finish the game itself, because if you get all 8 gym badges, you can use Pokemon up to a level 100. And because I've had the game so long, I do have Pokemon that are level 100, like this Charizard here. Pardon. So a lot of times the Pokemon that I'm using for dens will be level 100, just because it's kind of what I do. Come in, and because it's only recently that I've started to play with Leroy online as often as we play together. So I used to do a lot of these dens on my own, and because I was doing it on my own, I needed a level advantage. Because you sometimes will hold events where you face like a very tough Pokemon. Like they had one where Mewtwo was the Pokemon that was in here. and you couldn't catch them. But depending on how many Mewtwo's were defeated before the event ended would determine what prizes you get. They had one for a Pokemon called Zoroark. Zoroark? Not Zoroark. What was his name? It was a lightning Pokemon. If so many were defeated, they were going to give away a shiny version. I do have the shiny version because so many were defeated. They had one recently where if X amount of Pokemon were beaten in the dens, you could get like bottle caps and stuff like that. The last Pokemon event that they held that wasn't like, hey, these Pokemon are appearing more often in dens, was the Celebration Pikachu, which is a Pokemon to celebrate 25 years of Pokemon, and it's a Pikachu because, you know, Pokemon and Pikachu kind of going hand in hand, and it knows like moves that it can't normally learn, like Sing and Celebration and stuff like that. It's cool. I actually have it in my boxes here. I'll show it to you real quick. It is the Pikachu that is in box 1. This Pikachu here is the 25th anniversary Pikachu, I believe. If not, it's in my Pokemon home. Yep, original trainer is Kibo. It's got the Cherish Ball, which is a red Pokeball, which usually denotes an event Pokemon. And it's got the static ability, which is normal, but it's got Celebrate, Wish, Swift, and Thunderbolt. And Celebrate is the special move that it got. I thought it was Sing for some reason, but Celebrate and Wish. It can normally learn these moves. These are special to it. Congratulations to you on your special day. This you can use this on your birthday. If you use the move Celebrate on your birthday, which you do register your birthday with a trainer in this game, it pops up the message, Happy Birthday. If I remember correctly. I know when you go to the Pokemon Centers on your birthday, the first time you go in on a Pokemon Center on your birthday, it does wish you a happy birthday there too, which I think was a cool thing. I think this one has a ribbon. Yep. It's got the special ribbon for a special day. Name with this ribbon, Pikachu the Premium. A lot of times now, only Pokemon that have our event Pokemon will have ribbons. I think my Charizard. You can also have these. I don't know how to get them, but some Pokemon can have that, which gives them a title if you use it. But I think my Charizard that's in here, because I've had this Charizard for a while, if it's the one I'm thinking of. Let's see if it is. Original trainer is Tom. This might not be it. I have a Charizard that actually has a... Nope, it's not. Damn. Charizard the Well-Trained. He's got a lot of good values. I actually took time to raise this Charizard up pretty decently. 200 or 300 is the most. I can't remember what the most you can do is. But I have a Charizard that has like 9 ribbons. He should have a ribbon because he's an event Pokemon. We'll get into a den in just one sec, Leroy. We'll get back into this one. Just one sec. Yeah, he's got the event Pokemon ribbon. Melmetal the Celebratory. So if you do that when I use him, I'll use him in this battle actually. When I throw him out, it'll say Melmetal the Celebratory. For like his name, if I remember correctly. All right. So they'll have titles, depending on ribbons or personality traits. They can have titles. I'm going to lean back. I'm actually going to need these. Got my nerd eyes on. So ribbons used to be something that was much easier to get a hold of in one of the games. You would go to a guy who's on an island, and he would give your Pokemon ribbons depending on what story you heard from him. And that's how my Charizard has like 9 ribbons, because I listened to a lot of this guy's stories with that Charizard. I never listened to all of them, but I listened to quite a few of them. All right, we'll see if Leroy gets a chance to Gigantamax his Meowth there, because ice might actually work well on steel. We're about to find out, because I don't remember. I know fire does. I don't think ice does. I don't think so. To get this Melmetal, you had to transfer a Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home within the first couple weeks of those two programs being linked together, so that you could transfer Pokemon directly from Pokemon Go app to the Pokemon Home app. So that's how I got this Melmetal. Ooh, Dynamic Punch, super effective. We're going to punch this Pokemon. You really want that Meowth to be used, man. And that Vanillux is like, nope. Vanillux is not like your Meowth. Ooh, confused. Good. Okay, so Gyro Ball is a Steel type move, so Steel must be super effective. I didn't bother to read that point. Gyro Ball is a Steel type, isn't it? Yeah. Snorlax is a really cool... Oh, that's another one. Snorlax can be Gigantamax now. Snorlax looks like a big old country hill. Oh, yep, super effective. I'll go ahead and hit him with a double iron. Now, when they have the shield up, they still do take a little bit of damage when you hit them, but they do take less, and oftentimes the super effectives will do a little bit of damage. And now when you, yep, there you go. So cheered, we're going to get our health back, or strength or something will increase. Apparently not enough, Leroy. You did not level him up enough. It might just honestly be a bad matchup, because this Vanillux might have like a good special attack, and your special defense might be low. Or your, well, I think Hail might be a physical attack. Oh, there it goes. That's a Ghost Steel type, I think. Now, as you can see, I did hit it twice. I did take some damage off both times, but just because I hit it twice doesn't mean that both shields disappeared. Only one of those shield markers disappeared. So let's see. Let's talk about the older Pokemon games a little bit more, from what I can recall of them. So I have played and I've beaten Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire, and I've beaten Omega Ruby, I think it was, and which is the DS remake, the 3DS remake, which was a lot of fun. That was a excellent game that they remade and did a very good job of it. I do commend them on that one. Let's see. After that was Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. I have beaten Diamond and Pearl. The dog over here, when he was a puppy, chewed up the Pearl cart, so it doesn't work anymore. After that was what? Black and White? Black and White 2? I think I have Black and White, and I think I have White 2. I've never beaten them, that I can recall. Same thing with X and Y. I don't think I've ever beaten those. I did get Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And I think Sun and Ultra Sun are Sophia's, my daughters, and the Moon ones are mine. And then I have this. I think that's all the games that I can think of offhand. They're remaking Diamond and Pearl. What? You probably can't. He's just off camera. Here. There he is. He stretched and looked at me. Oh, what's up? Yeah, they are remaking Diamond and Pearl. I want to see those games before I buy them because I've been seeing some of the artwork. And yeah, I kind of want to play a remake because I really like Diamond and Pearl. And I'd love to see how they are redoing the story for it. Because they added some really fun stuff into the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. But at the same time, I'm a little turned off by the art style that they're using. That if it is the art style that I've been seeing, I haven't really looked too much. Let me invite others so Leroy can join again. There we go. I will go and go in with you again. What? You just want love? Oh, poor boy. I'm probably going to have to get moving soon because I think this dog was actually need some attention and to go to the POTTY. And since that involves me actually heading outside with him because somebody chewed through his lead again. So I actually have to take him out again. I'll probably stop the stream after this done. Yeah, Mr. Man, I'm talking about you. What? He's a good boy, though. He's my buddy. Sorry if I keep rubbing on the mic, guys. Just realized I might be rubbing it on my arm quite a bit. Oh, squeezes your face. Squeezes your face with my elbow. What? Alright, just wait a little bit, okay? Alright, I can pet you, though. That's fine. I can pet you. I don't need both hands to play this game. Here. We'll give you guys something cute to look at that's not... where are you at? There you go. There you go. That way you guys can get cuteness instead of me. It's a cute dog. It's a happy dog. Oh. Alright, looks like Leroy might be sitting this one out. Oh, what a sweet boy. That's fine. See, I had some dentistics earlier because I was a good boy. And we did tricks and I got super impatient anyways. And I didn't steal it, but I started drooling. And when I drooled all over Tom's foot. Because I thought he likes wet toes. Alright, my little... I will use meltdown. Oh, pardon my yawn. You guys get to see the cute puppy. I know that's what you came to the stream for. Each of the games for Pokemon have always had kind of like a evil team. Let's see me here. One of his ears, it's not really it's not an infection. But since he's been a puppy, like little puppy, one of his ears always gets really waxy. And then the wax will dry up on the outside of his ear and it bugs him. And so he'll scratch at it. And so I have to make sure that I put some moisturizer and stuff on there all the time. And then I clean off the wax buildup. But we took him to a vet, and the vet said it's not an infection. He just has a waxy ear. The other ear is fine. He just has one waxy ear. So I clean it with some. We use like a antibacterial thing because he sometimes scratches at it, and it'll cause like little scratches and stuff on the inside of his ear. And so we'll take the antibacterial moisturizer and we'll clean it with that, and then we put like a lotiony thing on his ear. And he does not like the lotiony stuff too much, but he lets me do it as long as he gets to have a special food item afterwards. What? People don't want to see your butt. They want to see your face. That's the cute part. The cute part is your face right here, underneath the desk. Alright, fine. You get to see me again instead of the cute dog because he wants to hide his face underneath the desk. Vanillux is from the 6th generation of Pokemon games, I want to say. Let's see, Pokemon 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation. How many generations has there been? First, red, blue, yellow. Second was that. Third was that. Fourth, fifth, sixth. Yeah, maybe 6th generation Pokemon game. I think we're on what's called the 8th generation right now. So I'm pretty sure a 6th generation Pokemon game is when Vanillux was introduced. And a lot of people sit there and like, oh, 6th generation Pokemon suck. I love Vanillux's design. I don't care what anyone says. A giant ice cream cone Pokemon is hilarious. And that sometimes is better than nothing, right? Oh, what a sweet boy. Yes, you are. What a sweet boy. So another thing that will happen in dens is you have a more likely chance to find Pokemon. So Pokemon have different abilities. And those abilities can do stuff like this Pokemon can't fall asleep because it knows an ability called Insomnia. Or this Pokemon knows the ability Downpour, which causes it to gain health back if it's raining. And as a weather effect, right? But sometimes Pokemon have hidden abilities. Hidden abilities are abilities that Pokemon cannot be born with naturally. Alright, so I'm going to have to save here and so I can take care of this dog in a sec. But I'll finish my little story about abilities here. And go to this. We'll save. And while we're talking about abilities, I'll show you guys my Pokemon home. We'll see all those Pokemon in there. Alright. Close this, and we'll go to this. Yeah. As you can see, I use Samus Aran as my little symbol, and my name on the Switch is Nintendo. But Samus Aran, I really love the character of Samus Aran and the Metroid games, and that's why. Anyways, so hidden abilities or abilities of Pokemon would not be what they consider to be born with in game. Normally, it's usually an event ability, or like they did something called Dream, way back kind of deal. No, I don't want to rename this. Box spaces, that's what I want. So I have a bunch of boxes. There is 200 boxes. Each box can hold 30 Pokemon. Let me see. Yeah, 30 Pokemon. So 6,000 Pokemon. And at one point, I almost had all the boxes filled. So I've been holding on to Pokemon for a long time here. So yeah, so you have your first 30 Pokemon here. Let's see if we can at least take a look at them. And yeah, so just the original. I got them all in what's called National Dex order. And some of these Pokemon, like, let's see, I think it is, this might be the Charizard that has the 8 billion ribbons, actually. Let's see. Nope, I need to go. Okay, I can't look at the ribbons. I thought I could. Alright, So yeah, this Pokemon is from the Kanto region. This is a Charizard from the remakes of Fire of Red and Blue. This is from Fire Red. So this Pokemon's been around since this Pokemon's probably about 20 years old easily, or roughly around there, from the Game Boy Advance era. I do have a Pokemon from Pokemon Yellow, which is like 1997, 1998. Let's see if I can find it. If they have the I don't think they have it in this anymore. There used to be a marking by the Pokemon that would tell you. Yes, there it is. These markings here by the where you say like the English with the little plus, that tells you what game it's from, basically. So this one is from the Alola, so this is Sun and Moon. So that tells you what generation Pokemon. There you go. So nothing there, so it's not from Game Boy Advance, all that kind of stuff. There are some symbols. There we go. Here's one. This is from the Johto region. This is from Gold and Silver. And you can tell which version it is because of the Game Boy next to it. This is from the original Gold and Silver, I believe. Let me see if it's... does it have a catch date on it? No. Yeah, so this is from the original Gold and Silver. And this is from X and Y, if I remember the symbol correctly. Nope, Hoenn. Okay. But yeah, depending on the symbol, these might be from Yellow. Johto, yeah, so Gold and Silver still. Kalos. So depending on the symbol next to their name, will tell you what region they were in. And I'm looking for, I do have, here we go. Let me see the symbol. Oh no, this was Fire Red Leaf Green. Oh, I know I have a Pokemon from Pokemon Yellow in here. And that's what I'm looking for. I thought it was in this. Gold and Silver again. I wish I could remember which game it was. This is from Pokemon Let's Go? Yes. But yeah, so Game Boy era games, so like Gold, Silver, Red, Blue, Yellow. That's what that little symbol means. Johto. Kalos was the Kalos was X and Y, I think. No, Kalos is not X and Y. That might be black and white. No, X and Y. Yeah, it's X and Y. This is from which region? Alola. So that plus is from Sun and Moon. But yeah, I'll have to really look for it. But one of my Pokemon, at least, is from Red, Blue, Yellow era. So 1996 to what? 2021. So 4 is 2000. So 25-year-old Pokemon in here somewhere. So yeah, so this is the first 151. This is a legit Mew. I don't remember how I got it. I think all my Pokemon in my boxes here are the legit ones. I do have some non-legit cheap Pokemon, but they're all legit in here. Yeah, so this is the next set that were added in. So as you go on, this is all just the Pokemon that have been added into the games. This is what they call in the nerd world the living decks. This is Diamond and Pearl region. But yeah, living dex is just one of each of the available Pokemon. Just in your Pokedex, as like you would see it in your Pokedex kind of deal. So this is the last of the Sword and Shield Pokemon here. We've got the DLC special Pokemon, and this is the Pokemon that I almost didn't get, even though I am part of the group that how they passed it out. So And let's see, is this the one that had the one Pokemon? No. This is my box for shinies, which is why it says 1 to 30 with the 2 stars. Shiny Charizard, like I said, is black. This is a lot easier to go through. So we got a shiny Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, Butterfree, Raichu, Johto. So I think I traded somebody else for this. This is from Japan. Yeah, I don't have a ton of shinies. Most of them are bred or lucky catches, like this one is from Pokemon Let's Go. This is the Pokemon I caught just to show my daughter I could catch shiny Pokemon quicker than her. And I played up until the Mountain Moon, and then I spent 15 minutes in Mount Moon and caught this. We got the shiny Alolan Dugtrio, and I love it because it's got hair. And this is Let's Go as well. No, this is just Pokemon Go. That's what that little G next to it means. I got these in Pokemon Go. So, some of my shinies are not legit. This one, I think, is not. I know this one's not. This one is from a YouTuber. This one is. I love it. It's a shiny Shuckle. Some of them are not. Some of them are shinies that are not available yet that I know of. Like, I don't think you can get a shiny Arceus. Yeah, YouTube. Well, it's fine. It's just from my personal collection. This guy I was really glad to get. This was my shiny Scolipede. I like the coloration on it. Let's see. Ah, here it is. Shiny Bravery. There you go. It does have a little bit of yellow in the tail still, but definitely more American colors. Nice blues and all that kind of stuff. There you go. The regular color has... Oh no, it's the shiny color on there. Okay, cool. Here you go. This is one of my dragon Pokemon that I named. Lirnian. This is my disappointment. This is a vent-only Pokemon, I want to say. This was the guy that if you defeated so many of this guy in the Pokemon dens, they would release a shiny one. This is a shiny that they gave off. Original trainer is Pokemon Home, because you had to have the program to get it. Alright, so the name of that dragon that guards the apple tree is Hesperian. There you go. And let's see, how many did I miss? Meowth. Sandaconda was one I missed, and Orbeetle, as well as Dreadnought. These are all my other Gigantamax Pokemon. Let's see. These are so, as I said, when they introduced Sun and Moon, they introduced what they called region-specific Pokemon, and they're Pokemon that evolve differently from the Pokemon that you're used to. So the region-specific Pokemon are things like these Rattatas and such are different. I named this one because, you know, what you're going to name a surfing Pokemon? You're going to name it Chew Daddy. That's just how it goes. So region-specific Pokemon have different looks and abilities and appearances from their brethren. Or like these ones, they're in here because there are 3 different versions of this one, of Lycanroc, and I have all 3 versions in here just so I don't have to worry about it. You have the day form, midday form, and the midnight form. To get the midday form, you have to have a special version of its little dude here, Rockruff, which is what this one is. This is my special version, who has the Own Tempo ability. And this is when I was breeding. Oh, that's right. I named one of my characters at one time after my daughter. I named it Sophie. She must have been young. She was little. And at the time, Jay was still around. So, God, 2009, 2010, something like that. She was 1 or 2. And I decided to play a Pokemon game with Sophia, my daughter, as the main character. And during that time, they released this Pokemon. If you went to like GameStop, you could get this Pokemon, which is a Rockruff with special ability on tempo that it lets it evolve in a third variation, which was the midday form. This one has been bred with a bunch of egg moves, so it has moves that it doesn't normally learn, as well as being a Pokemon that has a hidden ability. So Fire Fang, Thunder Fang, Crush Claw, and Sucker Punch are things that it does not normally learn. Did I name this one at all? No. Here you go. This is the Pokemon that are region specific to the region in Sword and Shield. The Zigzagoon line. You've got Meowth. You've got the I don't know who named this one. Quill. I traded somebody for this game, and it's named this because it's based on the fact that coral are bleaching and dying in the actual real life, and so they named the Pokemon Climate Change because, yeah, but it's still fucking funny. Farfetch'd. This is the Galar region Farfetch'd. We've got Stunfish, who's based on a bear trap. We've got the very fancy Weezing. Yamask. The Cotton Candy Ponyta and Rapidash. Mr. Mime. Slowpoke. The Darmanitan. The Darumaka. Slowbro. I don't have a Slowking. I had one, and I forgot to transfer it to Pokemon Home when I restarted my game, but it's a different version of Slowking as well. This is another variation of Toxtricity. There are two variations. There's one that has a yellow mohawk, and this one that has the blue spiked hair, kind of basically. And here you go. Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos are very different in this game compared to the games they are in originally. This is, instead of being electric flying, is, I think, fighting? Let's see here. What type is you? You don't want to tell me you're typing, do you? No. Moltres was a fire. I think this one is actually this one is a dark and flying. This one is fighting flying. And this one is psychic flying instead of ice. So, let's see. And then I've talked to Leroy actually about these once or twice. These are Vivillon. Vivillon, depending on where you traded them from region-wise, would have a different wing pattern. So if you lived in like the Eastern time zone, it would have a different pattern from someone who lived in somewhere with like the Pacific time zone. So these are all the different patterns that are available. I'm missing one. One that was an event-only Pokemon in Japan. I'm missing that. I've got the other event-only Pokemon that was in Japan. But I'm missing one of the two special pattern Vivillons. But I've got all the others. So I have 12 of 13 patterns available. And most of them are just color changes a little bit. But they're really cool. I really love that they did something very different for this Pokemon. And we'll just go through. I think this is the ice pattern. I like this one. Snowfall, I think it is. I used to know all the pattern names offhand, but I don't remember anymore. This one is cool. This is Sunrise pattern. Or Ocean pattern. One of the two. But they have some really cool patterns. I think the pattern that I get is this one here. In my region when I play the game. Yeah, these are a lot of these were like Japan. Some of them are the Middle East. This is desert pattern. But yeah, I was really. It took me a little while to actually do this. I had to trick my DS into thinking I was in different regions for some of them, and for others, I had to hunt down people from that area that were still playing the X and Y games and some of the other games like Sun and Moon. I had to hunt these people down who were still playing the games at the time, even though Sword and Shield was about to come out and the games were kind of dying down, in order to hunt down these Pokemon. This is the Pokeball pattern. I think that's one of the special ones. That might be the last one on the list. Nope. This is one of the special patterns. This is the Pokeball pattern. I think I'm missing the Fiesta pattern, which was the special one. What was the other special one? So yeah. I thought it was really cool that they did that. That was a very different way of doing things. These are just supposed to be different designs for Pokemon. Like this Pokemon can have 4 different flower patterns: white, orange, red, and blue. Or it has like different. These are different forms basically. Like this Pokemon, depending on what you look at holding it, like for this like hardware catalog, it can be a refrigerator, a mower, a fan, or a microwave toaster, and a washing machine. I didn't catch a lot of these guys. There was like 13 colors for these. I only caught the purple one and an orange one. The Alcremie there are, I think, 81 different Alcremies you can get, because there's a bunch of different fruits and designs that you can get for its hair. Like this is a strawberry version of the mocha cream. The one I have in my Sword and Shield game right now is a mint cream version with blueberries. These are Pikachu hat Pokemon, which are based off of the different the different anime seasons. So this is supposed to be Ash's Pikachu. As you can see, the original trainer is Ash, wearing each of the hats he has from all the different seasons of anime he's been in. I thought that was the same hat, but it's blue and green. Okay. This is the special Pokemon Home one that came out a little with the Pokemon Home game. Here you go. Sandstorm pattern, sun pattern. These are Highest Plain pattern, Savannah, Archipelago. These are different patterns that people traded me over time that I've held on to, just in case you ever get the chance to use them again in the game. And I know what they are pattern-wise. This is just different Pokemon. Some of these have hidden abilities, like Rain Dish. Just Pokemon I've held on to. Either they are sentimental to me for some reason, or I'm holding on to them to give away to people if it's available, or to trade, or because they are like this one. FlexiTube is a guy on YouTube who hacked this Pokemon, so I just hold on to him and I keep him in my box, and then eventually I'll either get rid of them or something. Some of them are from friends that I no longer see or hang out with, so just kept them over the years. These I think are just different Pokeballs. So what happens when you breed Pokemon is if you have a different Pokeball on the, I don't think it matters really, but which Pokemon has which Pokeball. But if it's a non-standard Pokeball, like this is the Heavy Ball, if I was to breed these Pokemon, they would breed with the Heavy Ball. And so I just kept them in case I decide to try and breed a shiny Pokemon with a specific type of ball. But that's it. All kinds of nerdism there. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. I gotta put the dog outside. Right? You wanna go potty? Yep. And he's ready to go, so I'm gonna go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I did a really long stream for me, and I'll probably be back later to hang out with some of you that hang out in Discord that I'm in and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, thanks for hanging, guys. I really appreciate it. Leroy, thanks for playing with me. I really had a lot of fun. Maybe we'll play offline together in a little bit too. That would be great.